What up? Black Suburban Dad here once again. And in today's video, I want to talk about a couple different things. First off, I want to talk about how the California wildfires are still raging on. People are losing more property, more damage is being done to land and to homes. And like I said before in the previous video, these people don't have fire insurance. So, I mean, they're just literally money is going up in flames. Literally, money is just going up in flames, and there's really nothing they can do about it. Hopefully, this thing get contained sometime soon. I'm hoping it does, even though I'm not over there. My prayer goes out to those people that's going through that. I know it's Hollywood. I know these people are on they're on a totally different level. A lot of people like to call them elitists. A lot of people like to call them the Illuminati, okay? Hollywood is a totally different thing. But like I said in a previous video too, there's also business owners up there, people that have worked hard, got it out of the mud, if that's how you want to say it, and they've went to acquire the means to live in those prestigious neighborhoods. And now they're losing everything because insurance pulled their fire insurance weeks prior to this thing popping off. But also, I want to talk about the Dayton market, because that's going to be something that I talk about in almost every video until something changes. I want to talk about how are men going to an alternative source to get their jollies off, to get their rocks off, to get that clap. Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams. Because, man, like if you're out here, if you're a single guy, look, first of all, if you're married, do not go anywhere. Try to hold on to your marriage as long as possible. I'm just not talking about the guys. I'm talking about women, anybody who's married. Stay in your relationship. Do not come out here with these sharks, wolves, tigers, bears. Oh me, oh my. It is crazy out here. It's a dumpster fire out here. So don't come out here thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to go out here and get me another man. No, you ain't. You ain't. You going to get another man? Nope. You're going to come out here and run into somebody like me that's going to disappoint you. And I'm just speaking from experience because I know myself. But anyway, the dating market is such a travesty right now. Men don't know how to act with women. Women don't know how to act with men. Okay. And it's just everything has gone topsy-turvy. Okay. If you're out here, then you know. So like I said, I want to talk about are men going into an alternative source, and what is that alternative source? Well, I got some videos up here to show you what men might be trying to do to get their jollies off. Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams. If they're not getting them off from the regular dating market out here, like the Hinge, what else is it? Tinder, Bumble, stuff like that. Grindr for all you alternative people, stuff like that. So first off, I want to start off with this California wildfires. And not only are the wildfires going, but we're having another problem. The secondhand problem is that people are actually out here looting. Yeah, there's some real pieces of trash out here that's out here looting these people's houses after they have burned to the ground, literally lost everything. There's some people that are actually going into burning houses, snatching up 80-inch TVs with their buddy or their cousin in them, taking these people's stuff and, probably selling it. I don't know, keeping it. I don't know what they're doing with it. Probably selling it on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. But yeah, people are doing this, man. It's a shame to see. I mean, I don't think I could stoop that low. Even if I was in a bad situation, I do not think I could stoop so low to go into people's burning properties and take some stuff out of there. I did used to be a youngster, but I don't think I could do that. Anyway, Jesse Waters from Fox News, fair use. Take it away, and let's hear about these looters in L.A.
It's turning into the wild, wild west. Looters on scooters ransacking homes. Thieves are dashing through rubble and ash with flat screens. Some of them disguised as fire officials and utility workers. The looting
That's
is
crazy.
so out of hand that some residents are scared to leave their burned-out homes. The governor, Newsom, says looting will not be tolerated. These communities have suffered enough. Well, unless they loot less than $950, then Gavin doesn't mind. One of the Winklevoss twins called out Newsom saying this, quote, "You and your party have been tolerating looting for years. You normalize this behavior and lawlessness. You are a disgrace. Resign now." It's a free-for-all in L.A. On the streets, it's turning into the wild, wild west. Looters
So people are called Gavin Newsom. If you didn't know, Gavin Newsom is the governor of the state of California, and people are calling for his resignation because before, and I don't know, I think they actually try to correct this law, but they might not have. California is like a test ground. I'd say California for the West Coast, New York for the East Coast. These are two testing grounds, okay? Two democratically ran states. And in California, I know they did have this policy where they would actually allow you to take up to, I think it's steal up to $1,000 worth of merchandise, no matter what store you go to, without getting a felony arrest or anything like that. My son was just calling. So I was taking off a little bit. They'd let you steal up to $1,000 without getting a felony arrest, or maybe without, I think, getting a misdemeanor charge. So these looters, I mean, if they're going to allow you to do something like that, and that's what he was talking about in that tweet, you've been allowing these things to go on for years, okay? So you're allowing people to go on to these houses and loot people's properties and their belongings. We call for your resignation because you haven't changed anything with those policies. You're not going to change anything with helping these people keep their stuff in their houses, even though they're burned down to a crisp.
On scooters, ransacking homes. Thieves are dashing through rubble and ash with flat screens. Some of them disguised as fire.
So you got to be a crafty piece of shit individual to go out, go to not Hobby Lobby, but go to Party City, go get you a fireman's costume, go up there, and I think that's a felony because you're acting as if you're a government official. I think, or a state, something like that, a government employee. So firemen would be considered government employees. So you're falsifying being a government employee. So I think you might catch a F. You might catch a felony on that. But the way that California is, like the guy was saying in that tweet, Governor Newsom is probably just going to allow this behavior to slide. But you got to be a crafty piece of shit to be dressing up as a firefighter, go up there and just sliding off with somebody's big screen.
Officials and utility workers. The looting is so out of hand that some residents are scared to leave their burned out homes. The governor, Newsom, says looting will not be tolerated. These communities have suffered enough. Well, unless they loot less than $950.
See, and Jesse Waters just said it right there. Unless they loot less than $950, then, like, what are they worried about? They're not worried about anything because that's going to be a misdemeanor and not a felony. Gavin Newsom, he's got to be one of the worst governors in the United States. Like I said, California is like a testing ground. So when they had that sugar tax, I think they started it off in California first. Now they put a sugar tax on places like McDonald's, actually any convenience store. If you were to buy a large soda, like go to 7-Eleven and get a double big gulp, well, you'd be paying extra money if you were to get a double big gulp because it's a sugar tax on it. So the bigger the soda, the more tax you pay. Gavin Newsom right here, he says looting will not be tolerated and these communities have suffered enough. Well, is he telling the truth?
Nope.
I don't think so. This guy is capped. That's straight up lying, okay? If he hasn't stopped crime, if he hasn't stopped the burglary before, then what makes you think he's going to start it now? Now, I have a video showing why he might not want to stop it. Now, conspiracies are out there saying that California actually might want to be transferred into something else. Now, if you guys haven't heard about it, and I'll bring up the video in a second after, I think I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but let's hear from the sheriff, and then I'll show you what they might be trying to do with California and why allegedly, there's just conspiracies, just rumors out here, why they might want to let it just burn to the ground and do something else. What that something else is, you might not know about it, but I will pull it up on the screen after we hear the sheriff talk.
When I was out there in the Malibu area, I saw a gentleman that looked like a firefighter, and I asked him if he was okay because he was sitting down. I didn't realize we had him in handcuffs. We were turning him over to LAPD because he was dressed like a fireman, and he was not. He just got caught burglarizing a home. So those are issues that are frontline deputies and police officers are dealing with. So again, that's why we're asking for your patience.
There were 3 individuals in a vehicle. They were stopped. They were where they weren't supposed to be. One had on fire
Man, look at that.
jacket and a fire hat,
Destruction.
and he was additionally arrested for impersonating a firefighter. We have people who will go to all ends to be able to do what it is they want to do to exploit the victims of this tragedy.
When I was out there in the Malibu area.
So it looks like you have people rolling up on scooters. You know, you got people in trucks, big trucks, as the Mexicans would say. Scooters, trucks coming up, looting, impersonating government officials as firefighters. And they're doing whatever it takes, man, to get in these people's stuff and get what they had. Now, some of this stuff is probably going to be burned down, messed up. If they're smart, then they probably go for the jewelry. And I'm not telling them to do this, but I mean, if there's $20 million houses up there burning down, if I was a thinking man and thinking like a piece of shit like these people, I'd probably look around for the jewelry cabinet or something like that, which makes me think that these are probably brothers. It's probably black people and Mexicans doing something like this. I don't know what this is. Oh man, this is live. I don't know, I guess I lost my internet for a second. But it's making me think that it's probably black people or Mexicans that's doing this. Because if you were thinking, man, you wouldn't just go for a flat screen TV that's probably burnt up and smelling like smoke. As soon as you get it in your house, it's going to be smelling like some damn smoke, okay? You would go for the jewelry cabinet. Why not hit the jewelry cabinet? And I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just saying, like, if you were actually trying to do something and get somewhere, you would probably go hit the jewelry cabinet. You might find about $10,000 worth of diamond rings or something like that. And then you score off on your merry piece of shit way and do whatever you got to do. Okay, let's get off that for a second. I want to talk about what is this plan. And you know something? I actually have one more video. And this is Mr. Mel Gibson.
Well, you know, I know they were messing with the water. Letting reserves go for one reason or another.
So in this video, Mel Gibson starts off saying that, in this cut, it's edited, so he's probably said some other stuff before this, but he said that I know that they were messing with the water. I know that they were messing with it. Mel Gibson accusing the California state government of possibly starting the fires on purpose. The thing that we want to know is, why did they start the fires on purpose? Like I said, we're going to get to that in a second.
They've been doing that a while. California has a lot of problems that sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, oh, is it on purpose? Which, it's an insane thing to think. But one begins to ponder whether or not
fair use.
a purpose in mind. What could it be? You know, I don't know. Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
Well, now they're
No, it's funny you say that. Is it on purpose? That's the thing that we really want to know. Is it on purpose? Like I said, there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there. And this is one thing that I've learned.
When I was out in the Malibu area.
I've learned that you never put anything past your government. You really can't. Right now, I can't put anything past anybody. I've seen some people do some shit that's like, oh, man, I did not expect. You're the last person I expected to do something like that. You're the last person I expected to hear something like that come out of your mouth. So now I can't put anything past anybody. You know, with the recent things that's gone on in the last 5 years, actually since 2020, all these things that's went on in the last 5 years, ask yourself, do you really trust your government? Do you really think that the government's always going to tell you the truth?
Nope.
Do you think that your government is going to do things to put you in the best position possible?
Nope.
All right. Or is your life better since 2020? Is your life better in these 5 years?
Nope.
Has your life gotten better since 2020 to now, 2025, the beginning?
Nope.
So you got to ask your things and be a realist. Don't be somebody that's sitting up here that's on the Democratic side or the Republican side. Just come up here and think as a logical person. Ask yourself these same exact questions that I just said. Has my life gotten better? Are they really doing things to put my best interest in mind? Did they make me do some things that I don't think I should have had to do, but I did it anyway, and now I regret it?
Nope.
Things like that you got to ask yourself, man. Me, I'm always skeptic. I'm a skeptic, okay? I'm always side-eyeing everything. If something just don't smell right, if it don't pass the smell test, then I'm going to side-eye it, and I'm going to try to do my best to assess it, make the best decision that's for me and whoever I'm taking care of, which would be my son, and I'd go from there. But I will not be forced by my government to do something that I do not want to do, okay? I'm on record with my friends saying I am willing to lose my job. I'm willing to lose my source of income, okay, just to stand up for myself, to defend my rights in not doing something that I don't believe is right, something that I believe is going to be dangerous to me and my loved ones. Willing to stand up for that, okay? But there's this, okay, so now we're going to get into why would they want the fires to burn? Why would they want this area cleared out, okay? Well, there's an event coming up in 2028. 2028 is the LA Olympics. Did you know that? Now, people are saying that maybe LA would be turned into a smart city. A smart city is kind of like a tech city, and I'm going to get into that too because there's another fire that went on. And allegedly, the powers that be, they wanted this land turned into a tech city before it turned into what it was, which was kind of like a laid-back city where the people that live there, the people that own the land, they turn it into a laid-back, kind of like a tourist attraction city. But it wasn't what the powers that be wanted it to be. They seen so much more potential. So let's get into this video right here. And I'm going to let my man right here explain it to you.
As a 3-time United States Digital City Award winner, the city of Los Angeles has...
I'm going to run it back.
As a 3-time United States Digital City Award winner, the city of Los Angeles has been investing in the infrastructure, the apps, and the data tools to be a globally recognized smart city. But as technology evolves, so our smart city must evolve too. That's why we have developed our Los Angeles Smart City Strategy, known as Smart LA 2028, as a roadmap to the 2028 Summer Olympics. It includes 56 new goals that use technology to transform the way we live, work, and move around LA. Check it out here. Thank you.
Now, if you didn't know, this whole Smart LA program, and let me get out of the screen. This whole Smart LA program, I looked it up, and it looked like it was concocted back in 2019. So this was something that was talked about, a long time ago, 16 years ago. I mean, not 16. Geez, I'm talking about 16 years ago. 6 years ago, okay? 6 years ago. They were talking about Smart LA 2028. Let's see. I'm going to Google it. When was it started? So, just in case you don't believe, and I might not even be able to find it. Let's see. Pull it up on here. Smart LA 2028, and it is the site of the 2028 Olympics. So, like that guy just said, they want it to be a smart city, okay? And LA, if you ever been there, this shit ain't smart, okay? You got a bunch of crazy people pooping on the streets, doing a bunch of crazy shit. And I don't know if I can find it. Anyway, take my word for it. Just take my word for it. Anyway, Smart LA was concocted in 2019, and it's going to be the site of the 2028 Olympics. Okay, so was this planned? A lot of people think that this was a planned thing to clear out this area. Maybe fire was the easiest way to do it. Do I believe that? I can't say I do. But like I said, in Lahaina, you remember the Lahaina fires. Lahaina did burn up, and they were talking about Lahaina was supposed to be a smart city before that fire started, okay? And there was conspiracy theories talking about Oprah was putting bids in on the property before, like right after the fire burned. They said that the fire was burning at a heat that's not normal, okay? And I can't even find that line of video, so my shit is way off. But anyway, that's just a conspiracy theory to think about, okay? And I'm not going to edit this video either. That's a conspiracy theory to think about. Was that thing planned or was it not? All right, so since this video is going sideways, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get into the next story. And this is, do men go to an alternative source to get their business done? Now, we're going to hear from my brother Cameron on the scene, and let's see what Cameron has to say about this.
Listen, I could go to the Chinese joint and get a hand job and I'd be good. I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? I'm at that age. You gotta think about it, bro. You feel me, G? Like, listen, how long? You gotta think. Yeah, you know the little. See, you know you go to the massage shits. If the window pitch black, you go by the prices and say $40 per hour. That's what you in the hand job joint. If you go to the joint, it's all like 110. Don't expect nothing from that joint. That's a real. That's a real masseuse. That's a real spot.
So Cameron pretty much blowing the lid off this joint, man. I don't know if y'all heard him, but he's talking about, look, why do I need a girlfriend if I can just go up to one of these Asian joints and get my business done? I mean, is Cameron telling the truth or not? I cannot legally, I can't say anything about this. I don't know if it's the truth. Maybe maybe some people out there do this. I don't know. I can't speak on it. But there's some ladies here that might think that this activities are going on, and let's see what they actually have to say about it.
Your man is getting happy ending massages. Cheating or not cheating?
I don't think it's cheating. Okay, listen. I think it's not allowed, but I don't think it's cheating. If you're having a girl, give you a nice happy ending and you know her, there's a personal connection. When it's a girl who's literally just jacking you off and there's no communication, it's just like jack off and out, how can we really call it cheating? It's like, what's that thing when you put your dick in a hole and someone...
Glory hole.
Jesus Christ, all right.
It's like, how do you want to call that cheating if the guy never even knows who it is? Look, I think you're disgusting if you're putting your penis in a hole and waiting for it to be sucked, or like, you know what I mean? I think like, I don't want to date that guy either, but I don't know if cheating is the word.
I'm going to be honest. He gets a happy ending, and I'll tell you what else is ending.
There you go. All right, she's being real about it. But look, man, is this really the way to go? Now, it looks like this activity is actually out there, okay? If they're talking about it, Cameron's talking about it, it's out there in the open. There's a lot of things that's out there in the open. That's why I say stay in your marriage, stay in your relationship, because things are crazy out here. But as far as a happy ending, that's something that maybe you married people have to worry about. That's something you married women have to be looking at your man side eye like, hey, man, like, where you going? You going where? He'd be like, he ain't going to tell you, though. But the problem is, you might run into a little bit of opposition trying to do something like this. And, I have a video, and I'll let this woman tell you about how you could run into the ops, and it might not be such a good idea to go get these happy endings.
May at a place on Spring Cypress with a sign that isn't so subtle. TDLR.
Jesus Christ, they say F you?
Inspector found some disturbing tells.
She saw a number.
Hey, hold on. I gotta run that back. Did that sign say F you?
An unannounced visit in May at a place on Spring Cypress with a sign that isn't so subtle.
Yeah, that's not subtle. F you. I mean, come on, bro. They like,
Nobody cares, nigga.
We putting it out there. Jesus Christ.
TDLR's Tila Mange says an inspector found some disturbing tells.
She saw a number of things that we know are indicators of possible human trafficking that was occurring, including people living in the massage establishment,
Jesus.
luggage, large amounts of food.
A bill passed last legislative session gave them the power to shut it down. Instead of waiting out a 6-month period of temporary closure, Chen decided, Mange says,
Chen,
to quit the business. online, licenses show to be revoked. In a text, Chen told ABC 13, quote, "I don't want to talk about it."
Yeah, no
The
shit.
One Year closed when we left. TDLR publicizing this action. A win in the fight, they say, against human trafficking. In an unannounced
Okay, now, if they're going against human trafficking, okay, I give them a round of applause. But if it's just women there that want to work and get their rocks off and want to let you clap, then what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it, man? Let these women work. And I'm saying that only if it's not human trafficking. If it's human trafficking, get them, scoop them up, okay, take them away. But if it's not, then let these people do their thing. Now, I got one more video to play to show you what could be the outcome if it is human trafficking. This could be you. Right there, bruh. That could be you. Look, you know they want to leave. You gotta go home and tell your wife. Look at that. Look at that prime little piece right there. She's probably about 38 years old. Oh, no, she ain't. I give her about 32. She ain't bad either. They got everybody locked up. Everybody detained. They taking everybody away. She got some nice little feet too. Hey, man. Where's this place at? Let me Google this place up. Like, that could be you. That could be the harsh outcome, man. You do not want to go home, or you don't want that call going out to your wife saying, hey, we have your husband down here at Fulton County Detainee Center, and why you're down there? Oh my God. He's down here because he tried to clap some ling cheeks. Man, you don't want to, trust me, you do not want your wife getting that call. That's an instant divorce. Your wife is going to go nuclear on you. You're going to lose everything, okay? So I'm going to pray for these people. Lord Jesus of Nazareth, please come down and put a blessing on these men, for they do not know what they do is wrong, okay? Come down here and bless these men, and hopefully they will be better people in the future. For me, will I be a better person in the future? Nope. I don't know. Anyway, Black Suburban Dad Reviews. Like the video. Share the video. All right, I need some more subscribers. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And I am out. Peace.